Welcome back to Square Off. That is an image of former candidate for governor Kari Lake at the National Prayer Breakfast last week in Washington, D.C. She's standing next to Arizona Republican Congressman Paul Gosar. Lake reportedly met with the National Republican Senate Campaign Committee in D.C. She has another trip scheduled this week to her home state of Iowa. What are Lake's travel plans telling us about her future? Very mysterious. We're back with our political insiders. Democratic consultant Dawn Penich-Thacker runs Agave Strategy, and Republican Matt Benson is with Veridus Consulting. As we begin, Matt, you worked with Karen Taylor Robeson on her campaign for governor against Kari Lake, so full disclosure there. Any disclosures from you? Oh, terrific. Let's go. Kari Lake was in Washington last week, heads to her home state of Iowa this week for an appearance in the Quad Cities. Might be going to hit up Iowa favorite Pizza Ranch. If you've ever been there, Pizza Ranch is a big deal in Iowa. Matt, Democratic Congressman Ruben Gallego launched his U.S. Senate campaign for an election in 21 months. Is Kari Lake going to do the same real soon, running for the Senate?
I've got not the foggiest idea. I mean, she says she's the real governor. She's still contesting the election from 2022. She is certainly making the rounds in terms of a possible Senate run. I can't imagine the NRSC is excited about a Lake candidacy for Senate. But there we are. I mean, look, it certainly is a way to keep her name out there and continue raising money in the way that she has been since the election. So I think she's going to milk this for all it's worth. I don't think she'll run.
But if she gets out in front and locks up the base that I discussed with Jeff DeWitt a couple segments ago, does that give you hope, fear as a Democrat? Are you cheering Kari Lake on?
Yeah, definitely. I think that seeing what she accomplished in Arizona, to see, this first time around, to see that happen again would be just fine with me, absolutely. I was thinking about this visit to Iowa and just reflecting on how much the Republican Party has changed, and thinking about Senator McCain was not so long ago, and now possibly the next Senate candidate is someone who delights in verbally desecrating John McCain's name. And it's just, this is a strange place, this Arizona of ours.
A strange, interesting place. Let's move on. I gave you both homework assignments. Come up with the bills that matter at the Capitol. I'm not downplaying the gag rules for teachers on teaching about race or the bans on drag shows, but those are going to be vetoed. Bills that matter, that could make a difference, and that could actually get passed. What'd you come up with?
Well, Matt's got my favorite one, but I'm going to tell you another one that I'm really interested in, is the rental tax conversation that has gotten some exposure, some coverage. It's originally proposed as a rental tax forgiveness that would help landlords exclusively. Now, Senator Mitzi Epstein has introduced a new bill that would give that rental tax rebate directly to the tenants. And so when you're talking about things that could be truly bipartisan, get signed by this Democratic governor out of the Republican legislature, I think that may be one of them, and that's going to have real impacts for renters across the state who are just, I mean, it's unbelievable, the increases that people have been trying to deal with.
And wouldn't deplete the tax revenue of the cities?
Correct. The original bill would deplete city services in a way that we would also feel. That means bumpier roads, lights that don't work, city services decimated. This would be the same amount, $200 million from the state. And so we would feel that, we wouldn't have to feel that.
Keep an eye on that one, Matt. I hope you have a plan B here.
I do, and she set a high bar with the gold star she gave me to start. So look, the most consequential bill this session is one impacting 1 million school kids in this state, and that's to lift the expenditure limit on K-12 schools, averting a funding cliff coming in March. And that bill is moving past the House committee this week. It's headed to the floor. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. Deadline March 1st, the school districts say. Dawn Penich-Thacker, Matt Benson, you both get A's on your homework, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.